product education for Inktavo, the parent company of GraphicsFlow, Inksoft, and Printavo. GraphicsFlow benefits everyone in your shop, from your art department to your sales team. So how does GraphicsFlow help your business? There are 4 key components to the technology. First of all, you have an industry-specific art storage system. When you save or upload files to GraphicsFlow, it creates high-resolution image previews of most common graphics formats, including DST embroidery files. Anyone on your team can search, view, share, and download files. You also have a streamlined art approval process designed to optimize communication between the client, sales team, and art department. Your clients have access to an interactive art portal that's embedded into your website. They can search, select, and submit designs for customization. An art request is generated for your team and can be assigned to a salesperson or an artist for follow-up. With access to a massive collection of interactive design templates, production-ready clip art, and fonts, you have the ability to customize graphics created in Adobe Illustrator or CorelDRAW directly in the platform using the stock art customizer. GraphicsFlow makes your art department and sales team more collaborative and productive, reducing art development costs and accelerating the sales process. The sales team doesn't always understand what it takes from the art department to create graphics and get them ready for production, and the art team doesn't always understand what the sales team has to go through to acquire and nurture clients. GraphicsFlow reduces friction between the sales and art teams. GraphicsFlow streamlines the communication around graphics and helps your staff align to best serve the customer. One of the primary purposes of GraphicsFlow is to deliver content, and that's going to be in the form of design ideas, clip art, as well as fonts. So when you first log in, you're going to be presented with design ideas. These are interactive design templates, and you can search through the various designs. You can go in and search by category, subcategory. You can also search by style, and then you can also search by keywords. So I'm going to show you an easy way to kind of drill down to find that perfect template for your project. I'm going to start with style, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to select a style for patches. Once I have patches selected, any of these designs can be easily modified for any subject matter. So the clip art and the text and the colors are merely placeholders. That's your starting point. Now, if you want to drill down even further, let's say I just want to look for patches that are related to football. I can type in football and look at those. Or if I want to clear my searches and maybe I just want to find a soccer design, I can just type in soccer to find a soccer design. Now, if I'd like to edit this design, I have a multitude of options. One of the things I could do is I could click on the 3 dots here. I could download a CDR file that I can edit in CorelDRAW. I can download an Adobe Illustrator file that I can edit with live text. But I can also edit this design in the stock art customizer. The stock art customizer allows you to edit the text and the graphics and the design without having to use a professional graphics program like Illustrator or CorelDRAW. Customizer is an exclusive feature to the GraphicsFlow Elite plan. So if I click on the Customize function, all the labels for the text are going to be here. I can simply make the changes. I can change fonts. All the text is live. I can reposition objects. I can do all the basic editing that I need in order to customize this graphic. So I'm going to change this to a red, and then I'm going to change this black area to a blue. Once I'm done editing the graphic, I can just click on Save Design and then download a production file, either a PDF file for use with Adobe Illustrator, Inkscape, Affinity Designer, any other vector graphics program, or a CorelDRAW file with live text. In addition to design ideas, we also have clip art. Every month when we drop in new design templates, we will take all of the design elements out of the templates and parse them out into separate elements. And we do this in case you want to be able to use these elements to create your own derivative work. So you have all the ribbons or clip art design elements from within those templates. But if you need a specific clip art image, you can just go in and type in what you're looking for, or you can go to a category or subcategory. You're noticing that I'm on tigers here. If I scroll down, you can see a very wide variety of tiger styles. So for instance, if you wanted more of that classic style right here, or if you wanted something that's more collegiate, a little bit more modern, have it right here. And before you download that clip art, you can actually edit it. So if I go over here and I click on the clip art, provided I have a GraphicsFlow Elite plan, I can click on Customize and I can change the colors before I download it. Once I've made changes, I'm going to click on Save Design again. Then I'm going to download an editable vector file in PDF or CDR format. If I want to directly download a clip art image, I can click on the 3 dots button, download a CDR AI, or a PNG file with a transparent background that I can use for social media or web. We're also a font foundry. So if I go over here to fonts, you're going to notice there's 560 fonts that are included with GraphicsFlow. And you're also going to notice a link that says download all fonts. If I click on this link, I can download a zip file that has all 560 fonts in it. This is important because if you're going to edit these files in CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator, you want to have the fonts installed so you don't get a font substitution message. Now, one thing you'll notice about the fonts, there's a very wide variety of fonts. So we have fonts across many different genres. We're very well known for our athletic fonts. A lot of our athletic fonts, like our game day font, our industry standard collegiate fonts or fonts used in sports. These fonts are designed for apparel decoration, but they can be used for any context, sign making, awards. They're just good fonts, and in order to have good templates, you need good fonts. So in addition to the design ideas and clip art, the fonts provide a tremendous amount of value in your GraphicsFlow account. GraphicsFlow is updated with new design templates and clip art every month, and you'll notice those files are going to be at the top of your list when you go and log into your account. So all of the new files are going to be displayed at the top of the list. You can also go to the drop down and look at files you've previously downloaded, so you can see these are the 420 designs that I've previously downloaded. Not only is GraphicsFlow a massive content library, we're also keeping you current on graphics trends and reducing your reliance on creating custom graphics from scratch. The GraphicsFlow content covers a very wide variety of subject matter as well as styles, so you have a complete graphics arsenal, whether it's corporate, small business, schools, teams, sports, or event graphics. From my experience as a business owner, companies don't always consider the true cost of custom art development. You could be losing money if you're developing custom artwork for small orders. Custom art development makes sense for larger orders that cover development costs or orders that have reorder potential. Custom artwork can be a production roadblock. An order doesn't move forward until the artwork is finalized. It makes sense to develop custom artwork when you need to, not because you have to. Every second your art team spends on art production is a cost to your business. Artists enjoy the creative side of their work. There's a natural gravitation to the creative side of their job, which doesn't always align with the business's financial goals. Custom art development takes valuable time, which is an expense to your business. Reducing your reliance on custom art development will improve your bottom line. You can reduce your custom art development costs by engaging your clients with stock graphics. GraphicsFlow enables buyers to interact with the curated graphic showcase to streamline the art selection process. You can also direct buyers to an art portal where they can search, select, and submit graphics for customization. Anyone on your team can customize graphics with our stock art customizer. You're making it easy for your clients to select graphics, and you can put an end to recreating screen grabs from your online competitors. GraphicsFlow turns your art department into a profit generator. You can refocus your art department on activities that bring in revenue by being less reliant on developing custom artwork. You can reinvest time savings into producing sales proposals, stepping up your social media, and implementing prospecting campaigns using graphics and mockups. Everyone on your team is pulling in the same direction to reduce costs, increase sales, and grow profitably. My Art Workspace provides a powerful and user-friendly function for uploading your graphics files as well as storing and sharing them. All of the files are safely and securely stored in the cloud, and anyone on your team can access the files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a typical upload here. I'm going to go to Image Previews. I took the same graphics file and converted it into a variety of formats so you can see what it looks like when I upload different formats to GraphicsFlow. In this particular folder, we have Adobe Illustrator files, there's a Corel file, there's a JPEG file, a DST embroidery file, a PNG file, EPS file, PDF file, even a Photoshop file. When you upload files to GraphicsFlow, GraphicsFlow is processing these files. So it's actually creating an image preview in high resolution for every file. So if I go to this Adobe Illustrator file, I can see a full resolution preview. I can assign the decoration method to the file, any dimensions. I can go in and assign colors. If I want to add a color, all I really need is to put a color name in here, and then I can enter RGB or hex values to precisely match a color. I have all the details of the file, so I know the file size, dimensions, when it was created, when it was modified. Now, once I have files uploaded, what I can do is I can change views here to list view, and I can select individual files or a group of files, and I can assign keyword tags. So I'm going to go over here to Actions. I'm going to say Edit Tags. I can put in any tag I want in the little tag box. I can delete tags. And once those files are tagged, it allows me to search for the file by those keywords within GraphicsFlow. So I can search by the file name, but now I have more latitude in terms of searching for the files. If I want to see all the files associated with Panthers, I can just type in Panther. There's all my Panther files. If I want to download this file, I just go to the three dots button here, and then I can download the original art. If I want to share this file or share a group of files, all I need to do is add them to an art approval. I can just select an art approval or create one, add the files, and now I have the ability to curate files from my system that I upload, put them into groups by subject matter, tag them, and share them with customers. And this is a great way to get ideas in front of your customers so they're not having to go online and pick out random files from the internet, screen grab them, send them to you, so you have to forensically recreate the artwork from a screen grab. You can create curated collections of your own artwork, get them in front of your customers so you can collaborate with them without having to create custom graphics. In GraphicsFlow, I can upload either individual files, or I can upload a folder of files, or I can create a new folder and upload into that folder. I'm going to upload a folder, and this is a group of files that I created. They're in a variety of formats, so I'm going to click on Upload. These files are being processed. A high-resolution image preview is being created, and the entire folder is being uploaded into GraphicsFlow. Here's all the uploaded files in a variety of formats. To view the full resolution preview of the file, all I need to do is just click on the file. If I upload a DST embroidery file, we're going to be able to take that DST file, render it, and display a 2D rendering of that file. Now, one thing important to note, DST files don't contain color data, so we're assigning colors to every color change within the graphic. In the My Art section, you also have other options. So if you want to go into the file, and let's say you want to move a file, you can move a file, you can rename the file, you can select files, but you can also delete a file. And so if I go over here and delete this file, it's going to go into my deleted files section. If I want to restore the file, I can just click on recover file. If I want to permanently delete the file, I can click on permanently delete. I'm going to recover this file and put it back into its original position. So one important thing to recognize about the My Art function, unlike generic platforms like Dropbox or Google Drive, we created an art storage function that's tailored to the needs of a decorator. There's two basic use cases for the My Art section. Use case number one is safely and securely storing your artwork so everyone on your team can access the files and download them. But use case number two is curating artwork from your own graphics collections, uploading those files, and giving you the ability to add these files to an art approval to get ideas in front of your customers. Art approvals are one of the core features of GraphicsFlow. And there's two ways to use art approvals. The first way is the most common way, which is you're going to select a piece of art, add it to an art approval, and then you're going to share that with the customers so they can see the artwork, sign off on it, comment, and collaborate. But the other way we can use art approvals is for creating galleries of artwork to showcase graphics to clients to interact with them and facilitate sales. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a traditional art approval where we just want to get some artwork over to a customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into My Art, and I have a selection of artwork that I customized in the stock art customizer in GraphicsFlow. That artwork is in this folder right here. If I want to get a couple of these files over to the customer, all I need to do is select the files, and I can select multiple files at the same time. Go over here to Actions and select Add to Art Approval. At this point, I'm going to create a new approval, and I can title it. I can include any kind of notes I want. I can assign it to an employee, anybody that's on my team. And then once I click on Create and Add Files, it will create the art approval. To view the art approval, I'm going to go over to Art Approvals. It's going to be located at the top because it's the newest one we created. I'm going to select it, and here's the art. Now, in terms of presentation, one of the things I can do if I click on the image preview is I can add a background color. And so I'll go over here, I'll select background, and I'm going to give this kind of an ash gray. I'm going to go back to the other graphic, and we'll give this one more of an athletic gray. So once I get the colors set up on the backgrounds, I can go in and put any kind of description. So if I wanted to, I could put in pricing or any kind of special instructions, or maybe I have a sale on a product that I want to promote here. So we have the description box here. If I want to share this with my customer, all I need to do is click on the share icon and select invite collaborators. There's two ways to get the art approval over to the customer. Way number one is I could enter their email address in here. And if I did that, I can select an option for can comment and approve, can comment, or can view only. So view only means the customer can only view the art approval. Comment means they can view it and comment. And then can comment and approve means they can view, comment, and approve. And I can set this permission for every email I add to this area right here. If I click on send invite, it's going to automatically send the art approval, but it's going to be coming through our email system. It will still have your logo and company information on it, but it will be coming from GraphicsFlow. Another option for sending would be to send a shareable link. And to do that, I can just go down here to shareable link, same level of permissions, can view only, can comment and approve. So let's say I wanted to send this link to the ultimate decision maker and I wanted to give them the ability to both comment and approve. I could copy this link, send it in an email, but maybe I want to send this to someone on their team that's not going to be making the ultimate decision. I can send them just a commenting link and they can comment, but they're not going to be able to approve. So in order to copy the link, all I need to do is select the level, in this case, comment and approve, copy link. I can paste this into a text message, or I can create a draft email, paste it into the draft email, and then it's coming through my email system. So when the customer gets this email, they click on the link, and they're going to be viewing the same thing that I'm viewing, which is this right here. They're just not going to see all this customer information over here. So if they choose to comment, all they need to do is go over here, click on Add Comment. When they send you the comment, you're going to get an email. You're also going to get notified in the app. And then when I reply back to them, they're going to get an email, and they're going to be notified on the page. So what I can do now, since they requested this to be on Athletic Gray, I can just change the color. They're going to go and refresh the browser and they can see the updated color. For final approval, they can just click on Approve. Right now it's still pending because we've only approved one graphic. Once we approve all the graphics, they're going to be prompted to click through a disclaimer. If they have conditions or special instructions that they want to call out, they can do that before they approve right here in the comment section. Once they click on approve, they're going to be prompted to agree to your terms and conditions. And this can all be customized in your settings. So in this case, I'm reminding them that they don't have permission to take this artwork to somebody else. And I'm also putting in some instructions about color, telling them that colors that they see on screen are going to be different from the final product. Once they agree to the terms and conditions, they can click on approve artwork. Once the art approval is approved, you can simply go to Actions and send it to the archive. And this is where all of your completed art approvals are going to reside. So if I go over here and select Archive, this is where I can access all of the art approvals that have already been approved and archived. The second use case for the GraphicsFlow Art Portal is to create design showcases in order to collaborate with customers when they're choosing their artwork. I'm going to click on the Central Cougars folder here. This is under My Art. All of these files are files that I customized for Central Cougars using the stock art customizer. I could have also uploaded my own files that I created in an external graphics program like CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator. So once I have these files and I want to create a showcase, all I need to do is select the files. In this case, I'm going to do a filter by football, and I'm only going to select football files. To add the files, all I need to do is go to Actions, Add to Art Approval, create a new art approval, title it, and click on Create and Add Files. To view the showcase, all I need to do is go over here to Art Approvals, select it, and here's the files I added. Now, if I had curated files from my own computer and uploaded them, I could do this exact same thing, but I can do a combination. So I could have files I created, files that I customized in the stock art customizer, and I can also add files directly from the stock art. One of the advantages of using art approvals to collaborate with your customers on graphics is you're not incorporating pricing and products into the discussion until after they connect with the graphics, so they know that they can only get that graphic from you. So what I did is I went into stock art, I did a search for stock designs, I customized some of those designs and made a little thumbnail there. So I uploaded that from my system. All the rest of these designs are just designs that I searched for through stock art in GraphicsFlow. So I created this gallery of patch designs, and instead of going to the client and simply putting a logo on their merch, we're actually creating a custom graphic that they connect with. Once they connect with the graphic, at that point, we're going to start talking about products and pricing. Not only can you use GraphicsFlow art approvals to eliminate misprints and mistakes, but it's also a highly effective tool for generating sales. A well-organized artwork collaboration and approval process between your sales team and art department is critical for new client acquisition and customer retention. GraphicsFlow was designed to streamline communication and facilitate collaboration. Every team member has visibility on all processes relating to artwork. The GraphicsFlow Art Portal is included with the GraphicsFlow Pro or Elite plan. So what is a GraphicsFlow Art Portal? It's a web page that can be integrated into your website or can also operate as a standalone web page that enables your customers to search, select, and submit graphics for customization. It's easy to set up a GraphicsFlow Art Portal. Just log into your GraphicsFlow account, select Account Settings, and then select on the tab for Art Portal. Make sure you've enabled the Art Portal. You have a link here, so if you want to copy that link and associate it with a link on your web page, you can do that from right here. You also have a link to view your art portal, and then you have a choice of including stock art assets. So you notice there's 3 types of assets: design ideas, clip art, and fonts. If I go to the drop-down list for design ideas, you can see that I have design ideas enabled. I can select which categories I want to include or exclude in my portal. And I can also add keywords in case I want to exclude certain types of content from my portal. You can also select a default category that will be the first category that customers see on your portal. And you'll notice in this case, I've selected sports as my default category. You can repeat this same process for clip art. I've got clip art enabled. I can select categories. I can exclude specific keywords. And I also have sports clip art selected as my default category under clip art. You'll notice I also have included fonts. This will enable your customers to specify specific fonts for their projects. Once you're done configuring these settings, click on Update View Settings. The next section you can configure is navigation. This is an area where you can add custom links to your art portal. All you need to do is click on Add Link, enter the URL in the text description, and click on Apply. You can also use drag and drop to reposition different links within your portal. You'll notice there's additional links here if you want to display the Need Help option, which will play a brief video explaining how the portal works. And you can also enable a Display Contact Us option, which will give you a contact form on your portal. When you're done with these settings, just click on Update Navigation. You can also customize the design request form. You've noticed there's mandatory fields such as first name, last name, email address, and phone number, but you can also add custom fields. So I've added a Tell Us About Your Project field. I've also added a date picker field here. So if I click on Edit and I want to add a specific field, all I need to do is go to the drop down and pick the type of field I want to add. In this case, the date picker is going to allow my customer to select a project date from a calendar. I can make any field required just by clicking on the required box. Once I've customized a field, I'll click on Apply. You'll notice I've also added a field for who is your sales representative. If I click on Edit, I just need to put a different name on each line and then click on Apply. You'll notice I've also enabled the Upload Art option. This will enable your customers to upload source artwork if they want to include artwork for inspiration, or they have a specific logo or maybe a mascot they want to incorporate into their design. When you're done customizing fields, click on Update Design Request Form. You can customize notifications so when an art request comes in, specific people can be notified. In this case, everyone on my team is going to be available in a drop-down list. I can select a single person or a group of people just by clicking on the box. I can also do the same thing with the design request. So if a customer fills out a request, I can have that go to a specific person, for instance, the art department or possibly the sales department. Click on Update Notifications once you've made the changes. You can configure the visual appearance of your art portal by selecting the display settings. So you'll notice we have different colors for buttons and accents. I can go in and select a new color here. Same thing for my header text. You want to make sure you use a contrasting color. For instance, on a white background, you might want to use a dark color and vice versa. Also, you have a header background. You can change the color on that. And if you've updated your logo, you can include your logo and vary the size of the logo on your main page for your art portal. You can also customize the header text in your portal and provide a description of how you want the customer to interact with the portal. When you're done customizing, click on Update Display Settings. You'll notice there's a section for embed code. By copying the embed code, you can copy and paste this into an HTML editor, and this will create a frame that will include your art portal and integrate it into your website. This is an art portal that was configured in GraphicsFlow. It can operate as a standalone website, and you can also copy the art portal link and link it to a page on your website. With my GraphicsFlow account, I've linked my art portal directly into my Inksoft store. And this is providing the customer with an experience where they can select a design and submit it for customization. So that customer that doesn't want to design it themselves can choose through 7,000 different designs, select a design. We'll just type in soccer here, enter. And if they want to submit this design for customization, all they have to do is just click on it. They can put in any kind of notes that they want, add that to a checkout, and then they can submit the design. And I can collect whatever information I want when they submit the design request, their name, email, phone number. I added some custom fields like tell us about your project, added a date picker here, and I even put a drop-down list for sales reps so we can see exactly who is responsible for this particular customer. They can also upload source artwork, so if they have a piece of artwork for reference, or maybe they're uploading their logo for their school so we can swap that into the graphic. They can do that right here. As soon as they click Submit Design Request, I'm going to get emailed, the customer's going to get a confirmation email, and I'm going to get a notification in my GraphicsFlow account. And I want to collect that request and customize the design. So I'm going to click on the design request. I can assign it to a coworker. I have all the notes telling me about the request, when their projected in-hands date is, what rep was working with them. And if I want to customize this design, I have this set of instructions for customizing it. All I need to do is click on that little link and I can begin the customization process. I can then add it to an art approval if I want to send it off to the customer to have them sign off on the art or see the art. In this case, I'm just going to download a PDF because I'm going to import this into Inksoft to create a product. The Art Portal is an artwork collaboration tool. It's designed to enable you to interact with your clients instead of having to always create custom graphics from scratch. You can send customers to your Art Portal, they can pick out designs, provide feedback, and you can easily customize these designs in the stock art customizer in GraphicsFlow. By incorporating the Art Portal into your website or using it as a standalone web page, you can bypass the time-consuming and inefficient process of recreating screen grabs that your customers bring to you. GraphicsFlow will help you grow your business and increase your bottom line by decreasing lead time by compressing the art development process, streamlining communication between your sales team, art department, and the customer, shortening the sales cycle so your team can reach more customers, reducing your reliance on creating custom graphics, and allowing you to scale your graphics capability without additional hiring. With GraphicsFlow, your entire team is more productive, your art development costs are reduced, and your production capacity increases. Not a GraphicsFlow customer yet? Schedule a demo today and see how GraphicsFlow can help you to grow your business